Infinity Games Podcast.
Welcome to the Infinity Games Podcast. This is episode 20, all the zeros, all the twos, actually only 1 2 and 1 0. I'm KelryxsKing.
And I'm Jukeboxhero, and I'm going to say, if you put a decimal in there, you can put as many zeros as you want.
Sweet fucking Jesus, consider it done.
This is just going to be episode 20.00.
Goddamn.
Dig it.
Are we doing this stuff in the things?
What we're doing today is Then and Now, and our main topic is going to be genres that we hate and will never play again.
Woohoo! Lord knows I got a few of those.
Okay, so Then and Now. I don't actually have any music, never mind. Just leaving a pause in there for we're discussing the physical media of games back in the 80s all the way up until now. Cartridges versus discs.
I'm gonna point one thing out real fast.
What that?
Cartridges were durable.
Yes,
it's God. Like, oh no, I left my copy of Mario 64 out for the last 4 years. I'm gonna blow on it and plug it in.
Yeah.
Oh look, it still works fucking perfect. Oh no, my disc accidentally fell half an inch and landed on the floor. Well, guess I can't save past fucking Port Royal in Kingdom Hearts 2 anymore. That's how that shit fucking happens.
That was oddly specific. Did that happen?
No, but it was like it was what I had in mind.
Okay, here's a testament to how strong cartridges are. Fuck, I can't remember his name. I think it was Luke Morse. He found an NES in a barn that he was pretty sure went through a flood, like a sewer backing up type of flood. So it was like filled with literal shit and rusted over several years, like decades. He cleaned it out and it still fucking worked.
Goddamn.
Fucking put a disc through that, I dare you.
Yeah, no kidding.
Just dunk it in your toilet and throw it into a barn.
Maybe don't do that.
Nah. Well, I mean, who needs another copy of Mega Man Legends or, tweak it into... Fuck, what else is a rare game? Lunar.
Lunar.
Just test it out with those really rare games, because when they're rare, they're made of better stuff, right?
Apparently. Don't tell people that. Somebody might actually believe you.
Oh god, please don't. No, so I have a little story about cartridges, because before the Wii U came out, or even when they showed off the fucking, gamepad controller with the screen and everyone thought it was like an accessory for the Wii. Even back then, I was like, okay, I will not be surprised, and I really want the next system to have cartridges, because fuck discs. We have reached the point where flash memory is so fast and can hold so much data that there's no reason to even have fucking discs anymore.
I love that.
And you know what? We didn't get it on the Wii U, but we got it on the Switch, and I was like, called it fucking 7 years in advance. It felt like an inevitability.
I love that. I know this is a little off topic, but I love that the fucking little Switch games have a fucking coating on them that tastes bad.
Yeah, it's like some sort of benzene solution.
So that your fucking animals don't eat them. Lord knows your animals will still probably eat them, though.
Yeah, and your little kids don't choke on them or some shit.
Yeah.
Little Billy's just a little special in the head and wants to play 1-2 Switch.
lawsuit protection. Because that's literally what happened. Nintendo was like, okay, if somebody chokes on one of these, we need
fucking idiots.
Backup. We need plausible deniability here, folks.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, at least they're covering their asses, but like, it's kind of weird to consider like little SD card like a cartridge at this point, but the DS has been doing it for years.
Yeah.
I fucking love it though.
Me too. Love me some DS.
So, Kelryx, can you tell me the 3 different types of discs?
You know I can't.
Okay, so there was the optical disc that the GameCube and the Wii used. So they were...
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so there was that, and then there was the actual optical disc, like CD-ROMs. And then there was DVD-ROMs. Holy fuck, there's more than I thought. Never mind, because there's also Blu-ray, and there's HD optical disc for Nintendo.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, okay, so we'll start at the beginning. Dreamcast used GD-ROM, PS1 used CD-ROM. What is that, 700 megabytes of data per disc?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, so it's
a lot more than a cartridge held, that's for sure.
Yeah, no kidding. So it's like 700 megabytes. That's why Final Fantasy VII and a couple of those other PS1 games had to be across multiple discs.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, it was a lot, but it wasn't nearly enough. And CD quality and DVD quality is more or less the same. They started using DVDs on, what the fuck? Oh, I'm getting messaged by someone else.
Fuck the what?
Yeah, fuck the what? Wait. Yeah, okay, I got a stupid story interlude. FTW for the win. For the longest time, I thought it was fuck the what. And I said it frequently.
Oh.
Because I knew WTF and I thought people were just being stupid and typing it too fast or something. And then I didn't hear for the win until like a year later. I was like, what,
nice.
What are you saying?
You're lucky, you're cute.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, no one would love me otherwise.
Nope.
Okay, yeah. So
definitely not.
Fuck you. CD-ROMs. DVD-ROMs, which is more or less a CD-ROM with more space. Optical discs. This was Nintendo's way of saying fuck you when they switched from cartridges to discs. Because they didn't want to be pirated, and they didn't want to use the same fucking medium as everyone else.
That medium, though.
Well, you know the fucking GameCube ones, right? They were like a mini disc.
Yeah, that always messed with me.
It is weird.
I always thought, how do they store more memory with smaller space?
Denser data.
Yeah.
For all you dense motherfuckers.
I'm a dense motherfucker.
We all are. But no, and then they started switching over to Blu-rays. And Blu-ray is, amongst the discs, like the greatest fucking thing ever, because it's way more scratch resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, not to mention 25 to 50 gigabytes of space on one disc.
Mm-hmm. It's nuts.
Yeah. Kelryx, hit me with some knowledge here.
I don't really have any. All I have is opinions.
Oh, okay, then hit me with opinions.
I wish it's like I like the benefits of a CD. Like, they're pretty obvious. You have more space. They're easier to store. I mean, arguably, right?
Yeah.
But I so very much miss back when you didn't literally have a heart attack from dropping a game. You know? Like, I hate that shit. It's like I go to like take Destiny out of my PS4 to put fucking Final Fantasy 12 in. I drop Destiny and I'm like, oh god, this is how it ends. This is how it fucking ends. And I pick it up and it's like picking up your phone after you drop it. You're like, it's fucked. Oh, thank god, it's fine.
Oh my god, dude. My mom dropped her new iPhone 7 Plus today.
Oh, rip.
As we were leaving the restaurant to go buy a case for it.
Oh, if that isn't like the definition of irony, I don't know what is.
Yeah, no kidding. Actually, there's an Alanis Morissette song all about that.
That Alanis Morissette song is bullshit. There's no irony in anything she says.
You know what isn't bullshit?
Oh, I know exactly what you're about to say.
The fucking Bo Burnham irony song.
That thing is magic.
Isn't it ironic?
It's so true.
It's like black and white with a little bit of gray for hermaphrodite. Oh wait, no, that was Men and Women. Dude, I always get those two fucking songs mixed up. His ironic song and Men and Women, because they use the same fucking melody.
Yeah.
God damn.
I know my favorite ones in the irony song he does are like, it's like seeing a fire truck on fire. Or a shit, what's another one he does? There's another one he does. Remember. It's so perfect. If you want an actual like song all about irony, go listen to that. It's fucking perfect.
It's like a homeless man begging for change, finding a bag full of gold and slowly finding out that they're all filled with chocolate. And he's upset, but he's glad because he doesn't have money, but he still has something to eat or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
he just like rambles on that one. It's great.
Yeah, no, like the fucking Alanis Morissette where it's like rain on your wedding day. That's not ironic. That's just shitty.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the world that is like, oh, nope, don't worry, kids. Your wedding day will definitely be sunny. There's literally zero chance of it raining, and then it fucking rains. Then it'd be ironic.
Yeah.
If you were doing your wedding inside and it rained, then it'd be ironic.
That actually happened to my sister. It like,
oh, the sprinklers went off?
No, it downpoured.
Oh, shitty.
I mean, she was in the church, but it was like, it was the old wooden church in Fort Edmonton Park, and you could just see out of the windows. The windows were really high up, all the water coming down. So it was actually pretty pretty. I think I actually preferred it to if it was like bright, shiny sun. Because it just looked cool.
It looks nice.
Okay, cartridges and discs, man.
I genuinely miss how durable cartridges were. Because it was like, shit, I want to play Contra, not Mega Man 2. Oh, fuck, I just dropped Contra off a building. That's fine.
Oh, look, the edge is chipped. Whatever.
I mean, okay, we referenced him all the fucking time, so we're just going to do it again. If you want to see just how fucking durable NES cartridges technically are, go watch the Nerds version of Winter Games.
Yeah.
He literally does everything possible to that thing, and the only thing that would actually probably 100% guaranteed destroy that game and make it unplayable is putting it in a fire.
Yeah, no kidding.
He drills a hole through it. That won't do anything unless you drill through the motherboard.
You know, fun fact, because I actually saw someone test this. If you drill through the motherboard, as long as you don't hit a trace or like an actual like chip, it'd still probably work.
Well, holy fuck.
Right?
That's just absurd.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh no, never mind. It's Hammer.
Hammer time?
Yeah, Hammer time. Get your parachute pants on.
Yes.
So, okay, here's a downside to cartridges. Game saves. The batteries die.
This is true.
Though, if you think of like the N64, they also had a memory card.
That's true.
Though, I never understood why. You know what I mean? Because I think, I used it, but like, the cartridges always just saved my stuff, so I don't know why I had the memory card in.
I don't know. I've always been curious about that. I was always like, but why? But I mean, whatever. It had it, which was nice, I guess. So
yeah, I guess. So I mean, there are solutions. It's kind of like how, with like your DS or whatever, you play your game and then you save it on your DS.
Yeah.
But like my Pokemon games and like Shining Force 2, which I've talked about before, dying, just like heartbreaking.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. My main thing is, it's like, I miss how durable the cartridges were. Like, it was fucking awesome. It still is awesome. Yeah. But then you also have all the issues. I mean, like the batteries and the fucking, whatchamacallit.
Dude,
the other stuff.
Dude, you know what I like most about cartridges next to durability? And labels.
Labels. Sweet God, labels.
So you walk into any EB Games, any GameStop right now, you go to their used games, and especially for the 7th gen consoles, Wii, Xbox 360, PS3, the majority of anything that had a cover is cleared out. So now you get these generic cases with a generic GameStop insert on them. And you can't, they're hard as fuck to read, and they look like shit. If they were cartridges, you'd still have a fucking label you could look at. You wouldn't care that the case or box was missing.
Label might be torn up a tiny bit, but it wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah. You got to do a lot to those labels to actually take them off, though. Like, I know a lot of kids, like, ripped off their Game Boy ones for whatever reason.
Oh, my brother did that all the time, and it fucking... Oh, I almost strangled him.
Yeah, because I remember your, like, Pokemon Blue or something was missing the label.
Sapphire?
Yeah.
Yep, Sapphire.
No, I swear I remember one of the Game Boy ones was, like, ripped off.
Might have been, but I know for sure that... whatchamacallit? Blah, blah, blah.
Blah. The one.
Stuff and things.
The one.
God damn it.
Hamtaro.
Hamtaro? I missed that show.
All 300 episodes of it.
All 300 episodes.
There's like there's legit like 296 episodes or something.
Yeah, it's actually absurd.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like not kind of insane. Fucking insane.
Fucking batshit crazy.
Yes.
Where were we going with this?
I don't know.
Okay, then I'm just gonna move on to a little thing.
Do it.
So cartridges, discs, Nintendo and their own fucking proprietary fucking discs, Dreamcast and their own fucking proprietary discs, which were actually easier to bootleg. Downloads. Yep, then versus now. Used to be cartridges, used to be discs, now it's downloads.
Goddamn.
Right? Like, we don't even own anything anymore.
Fucking crazy.
Right? Like, I was watching something. What was it? It was the WAN show, and they were talking about how Netflix and stuff, and how no one buys Blu-rays, no one buys DVDs, everyone has, streaming subscriptions and stuff. Yeah. And then they were like, oh, by the way, all these movies that you loved that were streaming that you got the Netflix account for aren't there anymore, and now you can't watch them.
Bastards.
Suck a dick. So, with downloadable games, I experienced this with the Simpsons arcade game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World the game.
I miss Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. But, like, those games are no longer on Xbox Live or PSN Plus. And they never had a physical copy, so... I mean, unless you downloaded it back in the day, there's no way to get it. I don't like downloads.
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah. I mean, it's always just a convenience thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, I've done a couple of, like, download games. My huge issue with, like, downloading games onto your system, like, off, like, PSN store or whatever, is all your memory. Like, bye-bye.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially it's for, like new AAA titles. Like, indie games aren't that bad, but, like...
Oh, yeah, it's like, if I want to get, like, Journey or something, it's like, man, whatever, who the fuck cares? It's like, ooh, I can spare 20 megabytes.
Yeah, wasn't The Witcher 3, like, 80 fucking gigabytes?
I know Destiny 1, currently, with all the DLCs and stuff, is currently, like, a grand total of, like, 64 or something.
Oh, God.
I don't know how big The Witcher is exactly. I don't think it's that big, but I could be wrong.
Well, I know it's, like, tens of gigabytes. I just... You know, I'm going to search it up right now because I know there was a game. I remember hearing about it being like, oh, by the way, if you download this on your PC, it's 80 fucking gigabytes.
Oh, yeah, it's insane.
Games that are 40 to 60.
I was gonna say I could check, but I'm pretty sure I deleted The Witcher off my system.
Yeah. Final Fantasy 13 is 60 gigabytes. The Forgotten is... Okay, dude, so before I got my internet upgraded to what I'm sure a lot of people in first world countries would still consider to be shit internet, we had 5 megabyte download speed and 1 megabyte upload.
Oh, brutal.
So one time, sister's boyfriend at the time was here with his laptop, and he bought a game and decided to download it. It was 35 gigabytes, and it took 3 days.
Oh.
Literally 3 days.
We need Korean internet speeds.
Are they like amazing?
They're a bare minimum of like 20 megabytes per second.
Oh, that's nice. Because, yeah, we got upgraded, and I think we're at... I don't know, it's somewhere between 15 and 25. It kind of fluctuates. I think they advertise it as 25, but I never get that speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas in like my sister's apartment, they're all dealing with 150. I mean, the university has enterprise internet, so in some spots you can actually get like 300. I think you said you were getting like 50. My girlfriend gets like 50.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is it's pretty shit.
Yeah. Okay, anyways, are we done with then and now?
I think so. Main thing, cartridge durability was the tits, but they had so many issues, aka saving.
That's like the only one.
That's pretty much the only one, is saving and
maybe
overall
space.
memory. Yeah, space, you could argue, but I feel
that
like
was
these
then,
days...
though, but not now.
Aha!
Yeah, because now they have more space, and saving is irrelevant.
Yep. Still a bummer.
Yeah.
I wish we could somehow get cartridges again that had the capabilities of the thing.
The thing? What the fuck are you
stuffs.
saying?
I wish we could have cartridges that were just as durable with the labels and all the other goodness, but had the saving and the saving capabilities and the memory capabilities of like Blu-ray discs.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean, I can dream.
Well, I mean, that's more or less SD cards right now. Dude, you know what's kind of crazy?
What's that?
I was just at Walmart, and I was so tempted to buy a fucking USB stick.
Why?
'Cause, okay, back in the day, my hard drive was 74 gigabytes, and 20 of that was taken up by programs in the operating system, and the other 50 was completely filled with music, and I was like, how the fuck can I hold more music on my computer? So I went out to buy a USB stick, probably back in like 2010, and I remember it costing me $40 to get a 16 gigabyte stick.
God damn.
I went into Walmart today. For $4.88 fucking cents, you can get a 16 gigabyte stick that is USB 3.0.
Okay.
USB 3.0 is like 5 times faster than 2.0.
Goddamn.
Yeah, it's just important to me. I was like, you mean I can transfer files between my computers 5 times faster now?
Yeah.
Because, my God, getting them on the home group sometimes is just a pain. So, like, when I put music on my dad's computer, like when I record vinyl for him, I usually put it on a USB and then I put it on his computer that way.
Okay.
It would just be nice.
We can dream.
Yeah, we can.
We can dream, Jukebox.
Oh, dude, did you hear about, they made a new magnetic tape that can...
Okay.
That can fit 300 terabytes of data in like 1 square inch of space.
That's absurd.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh wait, I think I saw that. It was captioned on Facebook. It was like, this piece of tape can hold 80,000 movies. And I was like, fuck off. And I kept scrolling.
So, I don't know about that, but I'm talking like, it's a real thing. Think of like a cassette, except it's 1 inch by 1 inch.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just I don't know what they did with the tape. It's some sort of new chemical construction. They say it's going to cost a ridiculous amount of money at the time because of how complicated its manufacturing process is. But this is like archival shit. So like if you have a server with 400 terabytes of fucking user data or something because you're Facebook or something crazy like that, you can all of a sudden store backups in a 1-inch fucking space.
Goddamn.
Right?
That's insane.
Yeah. I can't wait till they make it usable by like real people.
Yeah.
Not the algorithm.
I wish.
You know, it's kind of funny. The last TBD podcast we recorded, Distinct Kusai was telling me about how Facebook created an AI program. And
oh, I remember reading about this.
Yeah, and they set it up on 2 computers, and then it started talking to each other in their own language.
Yeah, so they were like, hey, we gotta shut this shit down. We got Skynet for me.
I thought it was hilarious.
Fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
I read that the other day. I laughed too. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Well, he kept going on and on about like Skynet, Skynet, Skynet. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, they built a program and it's not doing what they wanted it to do. Therefore, they shut it down. There's literally nothing scary about that.
Yeah.
But no, they got to add a human element and be like, no, that means it's evil. And I'm like, no, stop it. Bad reporting.
Exactly.
Main topic?
But, main topic.
Okay, you bring us into this because it was your idea.
Motherfucker.
Lick it.
Okay, so I thought it'd be an interesting idea because Jukebox and I have literally talked for the past 19 episodes about awesome stuff in gaming for the most part. I mean, we've talked about the joys that is ukulele. We picked apart the couple of things that were a little lackluster with Breath of the Wild.
Honestly, we complained a lot, but we bitch because we care.
Exactly. So now we're gonna bitch. We're gonna bitch and get angry because we literally don't fucking care. We're gonna talk about genres of gaming or games in general that we just don't ever want to play again or just have no fucks about ever again. And I'm gonna start this off by surprising a lot of people. I have talked about the Tales series, not as much as I'd want to, but I just don't fucking care anymore. Really? I don't care. I'm not buying another one until they fucking fix them.
Really?
Yes.
What was the last one you bought?
Zestiria.
Okay, so there's...
I played it for 6 hours, put it away, and I never touched it ever again. I was disgusted.
So, what's come out since? Is there Zestiria 2? Was there Berserker?
Berseria came out.
Okay, and you didn't get that one?
Admittedly, no. I thought about it. Admittedly, I watched Shady Penguin. He played Berseria for a while. It looks better than what the other ones, than what like the past like 4 before that have been. But it's still just not good.
God awful compared to what it used to be.
Because here's my thing, and it's like I agree to a degree. It's not fair to be this kind of an opinion person, blah blah blah. But I don't give a fuck about the Tales series until they go back to what they used to be. And I know that sounds kind of cliched, but you have to take into consideration other more popular franchises that have crashed and burned because they've decided to turn from the formula. Look at Pokemon Sun and Moon. I didn't fucking care. I played that whole game. I felt no joy at the end of it.
Pokemon Sun and Moon didn't sell as much as X and Y. It was like the first time that the numbers didn't go up in a main series title.
Yeah. You want to know why? Because there weren't fucking gym leaders. There was no entertainment value. There was no goal to go towards.
And they held your hand to whatever goal there may have been.
Oh, sweet God.
We need to have like a whole episode on this.
We're going to have a whole episode when Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon comes out, because goddamn, I'm still going to buy it.
I'm not. Fuck that.
I'll buy it. I'll tell you if it got any better or not.
Okay, I'll watch people online play it.
Yay. There'll be more than enough streamers playing it, that's for sure. Because, so, like, look at what happened. Like, Pokemon is one of the single biggest franchises in the fucking world. Anybody who tells you any differently is a stupid, misinformed idiot. Pokemon is fucking huge. There's goddamn, like, National Pikachu Day in fucking Japan, for Christ's sake. Anyways.
Yeah, and...
So...
Fuck.
So fucking, the Tales series... let me pull up a list real quick. Tales.
What was the
series.
last great Tales game you'd say?
I'm working on it.
Okay, because I have the feeling you're gonna say, like, Symphonia, which was on the Wii, which was like, what, 9 games
Graces.
ago?
Graces.
Oh, so that's a little more recent.
Graces was borderline 2. Graces came out in 2009. And Tales of Graces started moving towards how the games play now. Because it had what was called a CC gauge, so you can just spam endless combos. So it would essentially be like the more powerful an attack was, the more CC it would take. So it's like, I can either use, if I have 12 CC total, I can either use an attack that costs 3 CC, I could use it 4 times, or I could use 12 in a row that cost 1, but each individual attack that only costs 1 is going to be weaker, right? So you had to really like build combos and like decide like what was important, etc., etc. And it was fun. I played it back to front. I had fun. Then I got Tales of Xillia, and I hated the ever-living Christ out of it.
God,
because
that was so long ago.
It was button mashy bullshit.
Dude, I remember you bitching about this like it was yesterday.
Dude, I was so mad. Because Graces came out in 2009, Xillia came out in 2011, so it'd been 2 years since I got a new one. I was shitting my pants. I was so excited. It looked so pretty. And then they made the fucking combat area so small. I got into a boss fight at one point. I'm pretty sure I won by fluke. Because I literally, if I tried to run in any direction, I'd run into my teammates and then eat an attack.
Lame.
The combat area was so insanely fucking small. I played through maybe 15 hours of that game, put it down, never picked it up again. I don't care. Then Xillia 2 came out, and I was like, oh my god, maybe it'll be better.
Redemption,
please. Got it, played it. It was better than Xillia, or Xillia, or however you want to pronounce it. It was better than the first one, but still trash. It was still trash. Then Zestiria came out, and Zestiria was like Sun and Moon of the Tales series. Like, it was so handholdy and so easy. Like, they introduced this concept where your main character is called the Shepherd, and he can fuse with spirits, which was super cool. So, like, he just fought with a sword, and then if he fused with the water spirit, he got, like, this really badass, like, bow that shot, like, water arrows and shit. If he fused with the fire spirit, he got this giant flaming, like, claymore broadsword. Like, it was super cool. The problem was, as soon as you fuse with a spirit, you're on fucking super easy mode. Like, I get into a fight with enemies. Literally, I could get into a fight with 5 enemies, not do any fusions, and fight. The fight will challenge me. Well, not necessarily quote unquote challenge me, but like, it's like the fight isn't a cakewalk. Like, I still have to be like, okay, combos. Like, I need arts that turn into other arts, and I need, like, you know, etc., etc.
You know, like a real RPG.
Like a real fucking RPG. And then I could get into the same fight with the same amount of the same enemies, fuse, and I'm done the fight in 5 seconds.
Yeah. So you just walk through everything.
It was literally fucking easy mode. Like, a blind monkey could have beat that game. So I just put it down for simple fact that I felt like a 5-year-old.
Just like insulted as a gamer.
Yeah. So this is fucking 3 games back to back in one of my favorite series of all time that I've just felt like I needed to puke. So Berseria came out and I was like, no. I was like, I'm not even entertaining the fucking idea of buying this. What came out the same day? I'm going to find out. What came out the same day? Because something released the exact same day, and I bought that instead.
I feel like I remember this. It wasn't Destiny, was it?
It wasn't Destiny, no.
Okay.
January. That is not how you spell January, Kelryx.
So
Goddamn.
you know what? I feel like the way you feel about the Tales series is how a lot of people feel about like movies from the 80s that are getting sequels and stuff. And
Yep.
and as much as it hurts, you might have to approach it the way I do, because I know people will be like, "Oh, the first 3 Indiana Jones were like the greatest shit ever," and then Crystal Skulls came out and it's hot trash, and I can't believe they do that to the series. Or like Star Wars, where they're like, episode 4 was amazing, episode 5 was okay, it was a good sequel, episode 6 was hot trash because of the Ewoks, all the prequels are hot trash, all the Clone Wars is hot trash because it's animated, all the books are hot trash because they're trying to detract us from the movies, all the comics are hot trash because they detracted us, and 7 was alright, but it's still hot trash.
Because it was a ripoff of number 4, and I'm like, whoa!
Literally the Star Wars fandom right there. They care about 2 movies and that's it.
Pretty much. So, okay, this is what happened.
You gotta be like, okay, this was what came out and it's amazing, and all this other trash that came after it is not for me, and I'll appreciate what was there and never touch it again.
So this is how much I just genuinely was like, I'm not fucking buying this game. Tales of Berseria came out the same day as Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8.
Right.
I literally played Kingdom Hearts 2.8 for 4 hours. And I felt like I spent my money better than had I bought Tales of Berseria.
Good choices were made that day.
I dropped $80 on a Kingdom Hearts game because it came with a little 4-hour mini gameplay thing of Aqua in the Realm of Darkness that ran on Unreal Engine 4. So it was the closest thing we were getting to the time of Kingdom Hearts 3.
And it was pretty.
And it was gorgeous.
So pretty.
And it played good, and it was fun, and I dropped $80 on a 4-hour game, essentially. And I felt like I spent my money better than if I'd bought in Tales of Berseria. That's how much I just do not fucking care about that series anymore. Tales of Symphonia is still like my all-time favorite fucking game. That game is all kinds of magic and perfection, and if they ever remaster that for the PS4 for whatever reason, I will buy that shit in a fucking heartbeat.
Hold on, didn't they make Tales of Symphonia Chronicles or something on the PS3?
They sure did.
Was that a remake?
No.
No?
It was just a remaster. But what they did is they remastered the PS2 version of Tales of Symphonia.
Okay.
So it was awesome because there was a whole extra special dungeon that we didn't get in the GameCube version. Also, in the GameCube version, none of the characters have mystic arts.
Okay.
Except Lloyd. Lloyd's you can trigger if you know exactly what to do and meet very specific conditions. A couple of the other characters have very, very specific, like, chance-based ones. But in the PS2 version, every character actually got a mystic art, which is essentially like your super attack or whatever, right? Okay. So we got more, it looked prettier, and it also came with the second Tales of Symphonia game with just hot trash. I'm not talking about it. It's not hot trash, but it's not good.
Yeah.
If somebody was like, I want to play a Tales game, I'd be like, here are 9 others to play before you touch Tales of Symphonia 2.
I forgot to tell you because I was at Walmart earlier. All of the Animal Crossing amiibos are on clearance if you ever wanted any.
Nope.
Okay. Just mentioning it.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah. I mean, I was looking at Mr. Rossetti. He's like $3.80. And I was like, I like Mr. Rossetti, but I don't care about Animal Crossing.
Yeah, right.
Also,
just to kind of...
Hold on. Also,
go ahead.
Cloud, Bayonetta, and Corrin came out, apparently.
Well, if you find them at any point, get them for me.
Like all 3?
Yes.
Okay, done. If I find them.
And I will give you cash ASAP.
Okay.
Do I still owe you money for an amiibo?
No,
I think I cleared my debt.
Yeah, you cleared your debt.
But anyways,
hot trash.
Just to hit hot trash. Also, just to hit home how much I love this series from the bottom of my heart. I literally went and bought an Xbox 360 for a single game. It was for
Yes.
Tales of Vesperia. It was literally the only thing that I got an Xbox 360 for. It is to this day the only thing that I have a fuck to give about on my 360.
Need those maids with balloons. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm pretty sure that's a mini game.
Oh Jesus Christ! It's a downloadable game on Xbox Live.
God damn it.
So the developers actually were interviewed on the All Gen Gamers podcast, but more or less it is like a joke fetish game where they were intentionally trying to make it such hot trash that it was like comparable to like Philips CDI games like Plumbers Without Ties or whatever.
Oh, beautiful.
Like they were going for that level and they were doing it intentionally as like a joke pretty much. And then it was like successful enough for them to like make their money back and everything. It was kind of funny.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah.
One more quick thing I'll mention about the Tales series, and then we'll
Move on.
we'll move on to like what Jukebox never wants to play again, because I have a few more, but I'll let Jukebox get a turn. Tales is an awesome series in general, because most of the time when a series' first game comes out, it's very hit or miss. It has a lot of issues, right? Most of the time, at least. Like,
Yeah.
Destiny 1 comes out, and that's a more modern game. It had a lot of issues. Fucking back when Pokemon Red and Blue came out, if you actually like look at it from a professional standpoint these days, it has nothing but problems. Literally half of the Pokemon in that game are completely fucking useless.
Yeah,
Their stats, yeah.
if you're like
their
a
stats
kid
don't
and-
line up with, yeah.
and you catch a
You
fucking
go.
Caterpie, if you're a fucking kid and you catch a Caterpie and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna have the greatest fucking Butterfree ever, and then you get to the end of the game, you're at like the Elite Four, and it literally can't do anything.
Yep, pretty much.
It's like, okay, maybe I can at least put him to sleep. It's like, nah, you can't. You ain't fast enough.
You want to know why? Because Sleep Powder is only 55% accurate.
That too.
Because it sucks.
So I mean, you're at the start of the game. You get your starter. You get a Pidgey, and that's like fucking it until you're halfway in.
And then you're like, oh, I'm going to go catch Legends. Well, sorry, your Legends don't learn good moves. I hope you have TM saved up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, good for you. You got a Zapdos. Can you teach it Thunder or Thunderbolt? No, you're stuck with Thunder Shock then. Good luck. Oh, what's this? You got a Beedrill? Well, here's the problem. There's literally only one bug type move in the entire fucking game.
Okay, dude, do you remember the Game Grumps? How they were playing
Yes.
Leaf Green or whatever, and they're like,
Yes.
yes, we're gonna beat the Elite Four with just Beedrill. And it took them a
Christ.
fucking year before they did it.
I mean, see, at least Beedrill had moves.
Well,
At
to a
least he had
degree. but
options
okay,
at that point.
Ego Raptor Aaron would like never fucking admit it. It was always the big joke. He's like, no, Beedrill's the best. He's the absolute best. And then he would like just die instantly and stuff. It's like, and Dan's like, no, he looks to be really garbagey to me. And he's like, no, it's the best. He's the best Pokemon. And then in like some episode of something else, they're like, hey, do you remember like 6 months ago when my friend offered to, grind up your Beedrill for you so you could actually finish this fucking game? It's like, oh yeah, that was a long time ago. And he's like, I remember you telling me, off camera, because you'd never fucking admit it, that you need to beat it with Beedrill, but you can't because Beedrill is the fucking worst.
Let's
so
talk
funny.
Let's talk about this for a second. Beedrill is so trash that I could beat the Elite Four with a level 1 Aeron before I would beat the Elite Four with a level 100 Beedrill. That's how shit Beedrill is.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking kidding.
It's
those
weird
could
fucking loopholes like beating the Elite Four with nothing but a Magikarp.
Yeah, or sweeping a team of Legends with nothing but a Magikarp.
Right?
Anyways, real quick, because I'm on this topic now. Mega Beedrill is actually awesome.
Yeah, he's fucking badass. I was happy when they made him.
Stupid powerful. But like, back to how shit Red and Blue actually are, real quick.
At least in competitive stances.
for just real quick, how semi-shitty Pokemon was until the 4th fucking generation.
Oh,
Until
God.
the 4th generation, Pokemon moves did not have a physical special split. So, for example, Fire Punch and Flamethrower in Generation 1 both went off your special stat. Think about that for a second. My fist in your face, and it's not being taken out of my physical strength stat.
Okay. That makes sense from a semantics point, but it may have just been a really bad word for it. You know, when you're like sitting there and it's like, what is a word that I'm trying to think of for this thing? But all I can think of is net. When what you really want to say is like cage or something. That's probably what happened, because if you look at it from the point that Fire Punch and Flamethrower are both fire moves, they are special to that Pokemon because it's a fire type.
Exactly.
Not in the sense that this one physically hits someone and this one fucking specially hits someone, I guess.
And so that makes it okay, because for example, if you have a Charizard, he already has a really high special stat. So him being a fire type, where all of his stabs fire type moves work off of his already high special stat, that's awesome. It means Flamethrower and Fire Punch are going to go off of his highest stat, which is a special stat, and because he's a fire type, he also gets stab, and because his moves are fire type, they go off his special stat. So it all works out. But then you have to look at a couple of Pokemon, like one of my favorite examples is Arcanine. Arcanine has wicked high speed, he has really decent attack, but his special stat's pretty lackluster. So for the first 3 generations, he was kind of trash because any fire move you put on him ran off the lower stat.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you do?
Yeah. I mean...
So in Generation 4, we get the physical special split, and then it's like, holy fuck, I can teach my Arcanine Flare Blitz. It's actually going to go off of his high attack stat, and he suddenly matters.
I mean, you know, it's kind of garbagey, but at the same time, for those first 3 generations, you just worked off of a different system. It's not like the system was necessarily bad. I mean, okay, it was from a competitive standpoint, but like, you can still work around it and be like, okay, I'm going to go for someone with high special attack so I can use, you know, the stab moves. I mean, those were your solutions. It wasn't like, oh shit, I can't use like my favorite Pokemon because his physical attack is absolute ass and all he knows is body slam. It was like, you know, it got better.
A couple better examples of just like how certain Pokemon really got screwed over. Again, like Beedrill was trash because there's only a single bug type move in the game and it has like a base power of 10. So it was just incredibly weak. He also learned yeah, no, not quite. But more like twin needle to be specific, but
yeah.
Then you look at like an actually really good Pokemon, Gengar. Gengar's insane. He's fast as shit. His special defense is awesome. His special stat in Red and Blue is through the fucking roof. Like, he's an incredibly strong Pokemon. But the only ghost type move that doesn't deal set damage is Dream Eater. So you have to land a Hypnosis. Yeah, you have to land Hypnosis, which is a 60% chance to hit. So you're probably going to miss 3 times first. Then you maybe get 1 or 2 Dream Eaters off. And sure, they hit really hard. But ghost type moves were also bugged in the first gen. So they were literally only effective against other ghost type Pokemon. They were supposed to be super effective against psychic types, but because they fucked up the coding, psychic type moves are super effective against ghost types. That's why psychic types are so broken in Red and Blue. You get a Hypno or an Alakazam, you walk the entire game.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, nothing stands up to you because nothing resists you, and the only 2 types that are supposed to be super effective against psychic type Pokemons, which were ghost types, which are bugged and don't work the way they're supposed to do, and bug type moves, of which there's literally, again, only a single one of in the entire game, and is only learned by like the fucking worst Pokemon in the game. Psychic types are OP. Sabrina was garbage to fight against.
Agreed.
Anyways, moving on. Jukebox, what aren't you playing ever again?
Yeah, okay, so it's kind of funny because you came up with this like a week ago and you messaged me and you said genres we never will play again. So I was getting prepared to talk about like sports games and stuff, but then you were talking about a series. So more accurately, we're talking about series that we'll never play again.
Also genres, because I agree with Jukebox, though I fuck sports games.
Yeah, so, okay, let me think about this for a little bit. I
messed up. I got really into it.
I know. I will never play Final Fantasy again. Or not for the foreseeable future. Because I like the 2D Final Fantasy games. Like, I wouldn't care if they were even sprite-based anymore, but, like, the only main ship games that are coming out anymore for Final Fantasy are, you know, full 3D open-world bullshit with action RPG fight systems. Even if you gotta, like, you know, maybe wait your turn once in a while or select an enemy, it's fucking action-oriented. It's not turn-based. It pisses me off.
I understand. I totally get it.
So, like, it pretty much became the complete opposite of what I care about in RPG games.
So, let me give an example. Let's say they were like, hey, we're remaking Final Fantasy VI.
Which would be amazing.
Which would be amazing. We're giving it full 3D graphics. We're literally overhauling the entire game. Like, we're literally, like, remaking, like, Final Fantasy. We're doing it to the equivalent that they're remaking Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
But it's still 100% turn-based combat.
Yeah, see, I'd be all the fuck about that, and if I had PS5 or whatever the fuck is out at that point, I would get it.
Okay, so it's just that as long as the Final Fantasy games are doing the action RPG blah 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 thing, you just have zero fucks to give.
Pretty much.
I also have zero fucks to give, like from like an I care standpoint, but I still find them entertaining. Like, I really enjoyed playing through Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
I did. It was a really, really fun game, except for Chapter 13. They patched that because it was so shitty. But I do agree. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of disappointed that they're finally remaking Final Fantasy VII. We all lose our goddamn minds, and then it's action RPG, yeah. And it's like, dude,
it's episodic and it's action RPG, and I'm like, man, can you?
I mean,
okay, so because there's two ways to remake something. You're remaking it for the people who had it to begin with, or you're remaking it for the people who you gained into your series since then. And I mean, ever since, like, number 10, it's been nothing but action RPG-ish type bullshit, right?
12 and 13 were still turn-based.
Were they? Because I played a little bit of 12, and the first thing it did was, like, lock onto this rat. Follow it. And I'm like, yeah, this is not.
Final Fantasy 12 is a little borderline. It still focuses on like an ATB gauge and selecting your spells and all that. It's just that they added in what's called the Gambit system. I think I talked about this a couple episodes back when I ranted about Final Fantasy 12 because I love it. I have to play some of that. Maybe I'll do that today. I don't know. We'll see.
Probably back to LOL.
But they added in a thing called the Gambit system, so you're able to like set your characters so that they kind of auto attack. So I can set my mage so that if she has Libra and it says, hey, this enemy's weak to fire magic, her one Gambit will take priority over all the other ones and use fire magic on that enemy because it's weak to fire. But then if she locks onto a different enemy and it's weak to thunder, she'll use thunder on it instead of fire. So you can set up your Gambits so that your characters will target allies with different...
Okay, let me put it this way, because I never got anywhere nearly deep enough to start doing that stuff, is because when I played Final Fantasy 12, I played through like the tutorial. I was in some like desert town or some shit. You run around, and when they're teaching you to battle, it's like, lock onto this rat, follow it. So I literally have to follow it. And at that immediate point, I was like, no, fuck this. Because what I want is like Dragon Quest-esque shit where you're on two sides of the screen and you're not fucking moving unless you're attacking.
I totally understood. Yeah. I totally understood where you were coming from. I was just saying that Final Fantasy 12, although yes, it is very much action RPG, it is still half turn-based.
Yeah, you have to
But
wait
I definitely
your turn.
understand. Yeah, I totally understand how it turned you off of it.
Yeah, so
Totally understand.
So if I didn't fucking hate the battle system, I'd probably enjoy the game, but like, fuck it.
The story is really solid. It's just the gameplay that...
Yeah, okay.
Again, I talked about this a few episodes back. It's like, if anybody came up and they were like, hey, I want to try Final Fantasy, is this one a good idea? And they held up 12, I'd be like, no, you stupid little bastard.
Yeah. And I mean, the very fact that Square Enix was like, hey, you know, we kind of maybe possibly hear you guys, and our 3D ones have been doing, you know, kind of mediocre, and, you know, maybe we'll give you a chance with another 2D adventure that's turn-based, but we're going to put it on the 3DS, so it's not a flagship title or anything, and here you have Bravely Default, try that. And then it did
Goddamn, I love that
fucking
game.
amazing. It's like the best-selling game that
Bravely Default.
fucking year, and everyone loved it. It got rave reviews, and they're like, oh, you guys still like this. Okay, got it. So they're...
Final Fantasy 15. No!
Well, at the very least, they released a sequel, and now they're working on Project Octopath, which seemed to be very turn-based, but that was like 2 E3s ago or something now.
I'm now going to look this up because I don't know what this is.
I remember telling you about it like 3 times.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you
Because
did.
the art style is so fucking cool, too. It's almost like Paper Mario-esque, but pixely.
Oh, yep. I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the Switch.
Oh, is it actually out?
No, it's not out, but it's in development.
Yes. Yeah, so, like, I give a fuck about that.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I just... I can't wrap
okay.
my head around... Sorry, I can't wrap my head around the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like, why didn't you just make it pretty?
Yeah. Like...
Just make it pretty. Don't change anything.
You know what it probably was? Is because I said there was 2 ways to remake one. They're remaking it for the people they've gained since that game came out to use the current system. But also, because Final Fantasy VII, they had to completely remake literally everything. Because you can't, like, switch between the systems because of how they rendered the graphics.
Mm-hmm.
So they couldn't just be like, okay, we're going to paint these graphics better. They actually have to remake them all. So to save themselves time, they were probably like, okay, we can recreate this turn-based system, or we can use the system we already have and just save ourselves all that time of coding.
Yep.
And that was probably like the deciding factor right there.
Probably.
So yeah, I'm probably never playing. You know what, dude? Even if they did remake 6 and they made it fully turn-based and it was 3D or 2.5D or something, I still probably wouldn't play it because 6 still exists. And I own 6.
I understand.
I'd be like, hey, is this in the bargain bin yet? Now I'll play it.
Yeah.
Oh, what else will I never... Hold on, I'm going to get up and look at my shelf.
Do it.
Mario Party. Fuck Mario Party.
I totally agree.
The last great one was 8. And that was, what, 10 years ago on the Wii?
Something like that.
Seriously. That whole series has turned to such trash.
Even 8, I had a few issues with.
Yeah? Like what?
I hated how, like, boring the boards were.
Yeah.
Like, here, have a straight line. Fuck, that was probably hard to design. No, like, I miss when it was like Mario Party 2 and 3, where it was like multiple paths. You could buy keys to go through different paths and open doors and...
Yeah, and it's okay, because we used to play Mario Party 8 like all the goddamn time, because that's what Mohawk Man had, and then whenever we had get-togethers at his place, that was like the thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why we kind of accustomed it to be like the greatest one. But we always played that Pirate Bay Beach, whatever the fuck it was, where it's literally just a curved line.
I don't know why we played that one all the time.
I don't know. But
I think we literally just played that one for the sake of just like beating the fucking game, because we knew the mini games were what's actually fun.
Yeah.
Right. So we were like, who cares? Let's just do this one because it's short. We'll get our mini games and we can all go the fuck home.
Yeah, because you should like come over one day and we'll play Mario Party 4.
Oh, I love Mario Party 4.
Because arguably, a lot of people consider that to be the best one.
That's the first one on GameCube, right?
Yep.
Yep. Good times.
I mean,
I think my old friend Afro Man,
yeah,
you know who I'm talking about. He got, there's one time where it was our birthday. Fun fact, Afro Man and I are born on the same day.
Good times.
Good times. He got like money for his birthday or for Christmas or something, and he was like, you should come over tonight. I'm gonna go and buy Mario Kart Double Dash with my birthday money. I was like, awesome. Like, yeah. To date, still the best Mario Kart game, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
It's awesome. I love it so much.
I got more accustomed to it once I owned it.
Mario Kart 8 is really good too because you can use the fucking gamepad or a pro controller and it works really well. But Double Dash to me is still the best Mario Kart game they've made just because reasons. So I was like, awesome. So him and his mom came to pick me up that night or whatever, and we get in the car and I was like, let me see, and he pulls out Mario Kart. I think it was not Mario Kart. Sorry, Mario Party. I think it was 5. And I was like,
this is different.
Bro, this is not Double Dash. And he goes, I know, but this was all I could afford. Double Dash was too expensive. And I was like,
damn.
And in my heart, I was so disappointed. And then we played Mario Party 5 for like 6 hours straight. So whatever.
You immediately stopped caring once you were playing.
Those GameCube Mario Karts don't fuck. Mario Party. Son of a bitch. They're awesome. They're really fucking good.
Because
Mario Party 2 on N64, in my opinion, still the best Mario Party they ever made. But the GameCube ones are awesome.
See, that's the weird thing, because 1, 2, 3 on the N64, everyone, at least our age, is crazy nostalgic for them, because that was like what we had as kids, and they were great games, and they sold very well and all that, but like the ones on GameCube are just like fucking outstanding. They like took all of the best mini games. They fixed up some of the AI. They made really creative like boards and stuff, and they just didn't sell as well. It was kind of sad. So like 4 through 7, as you go sequentially up, they increase in value.
Yeah.
And then there's 8, which is like the last great one, and then 9 immediately turned to trash, and now like everyone's in the same fucking vehicle or something. And you collect like star bits or whatever to make stars, and the ones on fucking 3DS are hot trash too.
God.
Oh God. It hurts.
They just made them so they literally took out all the competition. That's what they did.
I mean, it's like, what's a board game? A competition. What do we do here? Give everyone a fair chance.
Yeah, everybody gets a participation medal.
Ugh. Well, Nintendo's run by nobody but old men, so that makes sense.
Well, so, I know a Greek goddess of victory who would be very, very disappointed with Mario Party games these days.
Yeah, no kidding.
Anyways.
And it's almost confusing because I think I played 10 once, and we were like, how do you win this?
Yeah.
Is it the most bits that you collect or something? Like, how do you actually fucking win this?
I'm pretty sure it actually does go off of who has the most bits or some dumb shit like that.
It just became stupid.
Yep.
Okay, what were you going to say?
I was going to say there's one thing that everybody on this planet will agree on, and that is the 2 best mini games to ever come out of Mario Party. Number 2, bumper balls.
Yeah.
Motherfucking love bumper balls. That shit will make you punch your friend in the face.
I love how Luigi literally just stands there.
Yes. Bumper balls is awesome. And number one is the hand job practice mode in Mario Kart 8. Mario Party 8. Motherfucker!
Get fucked. Oh my god, dude. How are you even?
I don't know.
Do you need to come over and play Mario Kart?
No. I don't want to run around a board collecting stars. I want to play Mario Party and drive a go-kart.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I was about to correct you and I didn't realize we're just being an idiot. Jesus.
Sarcasm.
Oh my God.
You're welcome.
This podcast is over. I quit.
Jukebox, no.
Not actually. Oh my god, dude.
Next, now that Jukebox is left, I'm going to be revamping this. This is now the League of Legends podcast. We will be talking about that next week and every week for the foreseeable future. Bye-bye.
Kill me now.
You left this podcast. How you die is your own no, okay. Mario Kart. I love it. Mario Party, the GameCube ones were the shit, but I'm serious. I'm sorry, but like that soda pop shaking game in Mario Kart 8 is the greatest thing known to man. That is the
Kelryx,
funniest shit in the world.
You said cart again.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, dude. I'm just gonna go back in this and it's gonna be like a fucking flashback. Fucking the hand job simulator in Mario Kart 8.
God damn it. No, it's fucking hilarious.
Oh god, dude, you're great.
I try.
No, so the one he's actually talking about is you gotta like shake either a paint can or a soda can by shaking the Wii remote up and down, and then whoever opens it and sprays it the farthest wins.
Somebody put that game in as a joke and they just went with it. Whoever designed it was probably just sitting there like, are you guys fucking serious?
You know what? They have the exact same game in Rayman Raving Rabbids 2. In fact, I think that one actually came out before Mario Party 8.
Teaching young boys how to be lonely and single since when did Mario Party 8 come out?
Fucking, I don't know, 2009 maybe?
Sure.
You know, it's almost weird. It's almost weird to me. Man, I'm cracking a lot. I need a drink.
Nice.
It's almost weird to me that there wasn't a number 9 on the Wii. Like, we only got one Mario Party game in the, like, 10 years that the Wii was a thing.
Are you sure? I could have sworn number 9 was on the Wii.
Oh, maybe.
Positive it was. Yep. 2012 it came out, March 2nd. Huh. How did eBay give Mario Party 9 a 4.8 out of 5? Oh, wait, because it sells. That's why.
Okay, yeah, I forgot. I thought 10 was the one with cars, but I completely forgot about 9.
Yeah, 10 also has cars, but...
Yeah. Okay,
like,
still, we need a new one on the Switch. It can be like 1-2 Switch with Mario characters. I don't care. Anything is better than what they're doing now.
Really, really quick here. I just noticed this, and I'm going to bring it up because it's funny.
Okay.
Okay, so whoever does IGN seriously needs to get their head checked when it comes to some games. Okay? Mario Party 10, again, the kart one with zero competition and it's just stupid all the way around, got a 6.8 on IGN. Granted, that's not good by any means. That's like as average gets.
Right.
Mario Party 9 got, I think I saw it got a 7 out of 10.
Yep.
Same thing, like just average as average gets. Mario Party 8, that we all enjoy, that has awesome mini games, although some of the boards are a little bit lackluster, got a 5.2.
And you know what? I bet you anything they gave it that because it was the first one on a new console and it was using the exact same system that it was using since the first one on N64.
Oh, 100%.
You know what? After this podcast, I'm going to read through it. I bet you anything that's like their biggest argument. Little did they know the horseshit that was going to come after it.
Oh, guaranteed. Mario Party 7 on GameCube got a 7 out of 10. Mario Party 5 got a 7.9. Mario Party 6 got... Load!
Dude.
Load!
Fucking... Mario Party 8 kind of got shit reviews across the board. Like, its average on Metacritic, 62.
I'm pretty sure, like you just said, I'm pretty sure they just ripped it apart because of fucking new console. I don't know. Mario Karty. Now I'm really broken. We're not talking about this ever again. Those games are now taboo. Mario Party 9 and 10 are hot fucking trash. I don't care. I don't care what reviews say. I don't care what people say. 8 is good. 8 is fun with friends. 9 and 10 are stupid and garbage, and they should never have been given the light of day.
Oh, so, okay, the very first paragraph on Mario Kart 8 I was reading there. Hey, now you got me doing it. Mario Party 8
Aha!
is, it feels like a rushed GameCube project with Wii motion control slapped on, is kind of what they were saying.
Well, yeah, because it came out, I'm pretty sure, right at the beginning of the Wii's life cycle. It's not like they really fucking troubleshooted it.
Yeah, 2007. That was like a year. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, what month was it?
May 29, 2007.
So it literally came out like 6 months after the Wii released.
Yeah.
So yeah, not like the motion controls were real fucking great at that point.
I mean, we never had a problem with it.
No, we were alright. Mario Party did the.
I mean,
it did what it had to.
We've played it as recently as like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any other series that you never want to play again?
Series not that I can like think of off the top of my head.
Okay, so can we bring it back to genres?
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah. Sports.
Fuck sports.
Fuck sports so hard.
You want to play soccer? Go the fuck outside. You want to play tennis? Go the fuck outside. You want to spend $80 to literally hit one button back and forth? You're stupid.
So, okay, I understand why sports games could be fun. And, it's hard to write off an entire genre, but, like, I don't care about pretty much any sports, which writes out this entire fucking genre.
If your sports game is not called NBA Jam, I don't care.
Yeah, like, there are so few exceptions. So, like, NBA Jam for sure. Like, the Mutant Hockey and Football League on the Genesis.
Yep.
Which, God forbid, I'll probably never find those. They're like $60 now.
Yeah, like obviously there are a few understandable exceptions.
And Mario sports games and Wii Sports.
And Mario sports games. And like of course Mario Kart is technically a sports game because it's a driving simulator. Technically, hardly a simulator, but
we
you know
call
what
that
I mean.
A racing game.
Perfect.
No, but the two champions of sports games, fucking the 2K series and the Madden EA Sports titles, those ones, fuck them so hard. They're still working on a fucking system which demands people to rebuy an entire fucking game every single year for the sport of their choice for something that they could do a goddamn downloadable roster update on.
Do you want to know why it's mainly stupid? For anybody that's listening, if you're trying to defend sports games right now, I'm sorry, you don't have a leg to stand on. The only single difference between fucking 2K17 and 2K18 is the player stats are a tiny bit different. Maybe there's a couple of new players in the game because they got drafted in the past year or something. There's literally no difference.
Yeah.
You could put them side by fucking side, not tell some random nobody which one's which. They wouldn't notice a fucking difference.
Yeah. It's like, okay. I can't remember the specific one, but there was one EA Sports game, and I think it was like Madden 08 to Madden 09, where they literally only changed the names in the game and re-released. Like, it was the exact same game assets for everything. It was the exact same physics engine, the exact same controls, exact same layouts and menus. The names of the players changed, and that was it.
You know what? There's one thing I will very openly admit, though. I have nothing but respect for the people that make those games.
Well, yeah.
Because they found out how to sell air to idiots.
Yeah, it pisses me off. I mean, people who enjoy sports games are not going to stop buying the new ones because they want to play with the current players, and like, if someone gets transferred to a different team, if it's their favorite player, then they're going to want to play that different team or whatever. But like, my God. I just wish for like a single year no one bought it, and then EA would be like, "Oh, sorry, here's $20 downloadable content for new faces and new names on all the players."
You know what EA the 2K games could easily do? Make it a monthly service.
I'm pretty sure they have a subscription, like DLC, season pass.
Surprised. And there's scumbags about it too. Like there's one game, it's a soccer game, Pez or whatever, and it's like the microtransactions in that game, to my knowledge, are just garbage because like the whole thing is the draw is you can build your own team and blah blah blah. But it's like if you want like a good player like fucking Cristiano Ronaldo or whatever the fuck his name is, he costs insane amounts of money. So either you just have to grind the ever living piss out of it, or you just drop money.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, you're scum.
Here's our stupid free-to-play model.
Oh, yeah. But, again, admittedly, it's like, fucking the guys who make the games fucking bully to you because you're walking away with stupid amounts of money for literally doing nothing.
You know, in the late 2000s there, EA was actually voted the worst company in America for their DLC policies and how little they were doing to change the sports games year to year.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Just trying to think of, there was another genre I had in mind. One thing I'll comment on real quick is just like one more quick bash to sports games is, why does anybody play games or read a book? It's to experience things you literally can't experience in real life. Like, I can't go over to Jukebox's house and be like, hey, come on, grab your sword. We have a dragon to slay.
Okay, I have a,
like,
I have a very easy counter-argument to this. They're playing a sports game because they want to play a video game, not play a sport. And,
I know, but still.
And a direct counterpoint to what you're saying is you are not insert player name here. Therefore, you cannot experience a football game like them.
Oh, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah, I know. Rather, actually play a sport than fucking game one.
You want me to piss you off real quick?
No, but okay.
I'm on Wikipedia.
Okay.
List of video game genres.
Okay.
In the contents, and I quote, action platform games. Okay, so it's like the main section and then like subsections.
Okay.
Okay, so 1, action. Then platform, under action, there's platform games, shooter games, fighting games and beat 'em ups,
Okay.
stealth games, and survival games.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Number 2, action adventure. Underneath, survival horror, and Metroidvania.
Under action adventure.
Metroidvania is apparently its own video game genre according to Wikipedia.
Oh, that's we've known that for a long time, dude. Why is that supposed to piss me off?
I don't know. I just think it's funny.
Oh, yeah. I was just trying to relate that. So adventure, I guess they allude to exploration, and then action. If a platformer is an action game, then that's an action game. So I would be more comfortable, or at least, oh god, that's hard, because it's weird to differentiate the genres between action and action adventure.
Yeah.
Because there's barely any games that won't just fit in both categories,
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to broadly say, okay, there's action games, there's sport games, there's there's shooter games, I mean, that broadly, and then say Castlevania as a subgenre, sure. But like Castlevania is a genre unto itself. I'd like to see that and then have subcategories to come from that.
Yeah.
I think we've reached a point where that is plausible.
Agreed. I'm not seeing any other genres that I just would not play. One genre that I just...
Bullet hell shooters.
Sorry?
Fighters, bullet hell shooters.
Fighters I'll play. The main reason I don't play fighters is just I don't have the patience to actually learn combos.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Because in my opinion, fighting games are boring in that sense, because it's like, if you want to actually have fun and be challenged and like play online and actually have fun with it, it's like pick one character, learn everything.
Yeah, and like if you want to have fun online, you have to already be good when you start online. Or else you're just going to lose literally every single match, and you're going to be like, how do I dash forward? And you're going to be dead immediately before you even figure out to tap twice or something.
Like, for an example, if you guys haven't heard of him, the Completionist.
Oh, God.
His whole thing is literally just 100% games. So he did a video on
Marvel vs.
Was it
Capcom 3.
yeah, and he literally talks about how like he literally couldn't even enjoy completing the game because of how hard he had to practice. And it was literally because he had to complete arcade mode and do so much with literally every character in the game. He'd learn one character, have fun, and then immediately have to move to another character and have to learn everything again. And it just wasn't fun. I like fighting games like Smash Bros, where you can literally pick up almost any character and be like, fuck it, YOLO, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Because every button combination does the same thing for a character, but that character specifically will do something different.
Yeah.
But it's like, if I hit up B and I'm playing Smash, I know my character is going into the air attack-wise somehow.
And I still love how Smash still has, actual, challenge to it if you want it to. Like, you can be Edgelord Master who's, like, always hanging from the edge and literally jumping off people's heads and then, like, down special attacking them and then up special attacking to get out of there and shit. And just, like, wrecking people. Or you can sit in the middle of the stage and spam A the entire time. Your choice.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that about wraps it up, unless you have anything else to comment. I think that's silly. What happened. Like, we won't go into the drama on the podcast, but, like, if you're curious, if you like The Completionist, if you haven't watched his, like, recent update video, go watch it.
Yeah, it's very important for what is going to happen for the next, even several years, pretty much.
Yeah.
Are we done the podcast?
I think so.
All right, everybody, that was episode 20. I'm Jukebox Hero.
I'm KelryxsKing.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.
If you want to support the podcast, be sure to follow us on Twitter at games_podcast or Facebook at Infinity Games Podcast. If there's anything you want us to talk about, or if you want to have a conversation with us, feel free to leave a comment on YouTube. Did I get everything? Okay.
I think so.
Be sure to subscribe on YouTube, Google Play, or on iTunes.